Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to make my polyhedron earrings. They're easy to make and don't take too long to do, but you will need to know craw, and so I'll put the link in down below. So you will need some number 11s, some number 8s, some number 15s, 3mm and 4mm bicones, and 2 earring findings, which is head pins and the ear wires. I'm using a different colour just so that you can see what I'm doing, so that you can follow along. You need a strip of craw units that measures 5 units. The easiest way to do this is to count the holes along the piece. So we're just going to pass through this bead, and again I'm using the gold beads, but you should be using your chosen colour. It's just so that you can see what I'm doing in the next row. So we pick up one and we go through the next bead, pick up another one. Now this is actually kind of on the corner, on the edge, and we're going to add 4 beads down this side. And then we are going to pass through the bead at the top and the next bead on the side, and then we're going to add 4 beads down this edge. And then we're going to go around the corner again. And then we're just going to add the last bead. Now you can see that I've got 4 on each edge. So we're going to pass through this bead. It's at the top of the craw unit, and then these 2 beads. And we're going to pick up a number 8, and we're going to pass through the bead that is diagonal to the bead that your thread is exiting. and pick up another bead, and again pass through the diagonal bead, pick up another 8. I should have mentioned, shouldn't I, that they're number 8s. And then we're just going to turn our work, and we're going to repeat the addition of these number 8s in the same way, just using the diagonal bead. And you need to add in these 3 number 8s on each side. So this is the last number 8. Then I am going to go away and I'm going to replace the gold beads with the purple beads, and we will go on to the next layer. So I've done that. Now what you want to do is pass through the nearest number 8, . So pick up a number 11, a number 8, and a number 11, and pass through the next number 8 on your work. Again, 11, 8, 11, and through the next 8 on your work. Repeat this twice more. And then you need to pass through the number 8. And then through 111 and 1/8. That's the first 2 beads that you picked up. Then we're going to pick up an 11, and we're going to pass through the number 8 that's adjacent to the one that you used before. Pick up another 11, and we're going to go through the center 8 of the 11, 8, 11 that you picked up on the first row. And pick up 1, 11, and through the middle 8, 1, 11, through that number 8. I don't know why I'm holding it so awkwardly. Right. So we're just repeating this all the way around. So the 8s that you added in the first row have become shared. So now we're going to pass through the 11 and the number 8 of the center 3 8s, and then we're going to pick up 11, 8, 11, and we're going to work around this row just as we did on the top row. So we're just starting in 3 beads all the way around. Oops, not that one. Yeah, be careful not to catch the number 11s as you're adding these 3 beads. Okay, so we've completed that row. Again, we're going to pass through the 11 and the number 8. And then pick up another 11. So we're sharing that number 8 between the 2 rows again. I'm just working from side to side. In hindsight, I probably should have used smoke fireline. White stands out a bit too much. So that's completed second layer. Now we get to add the crystals, which is number 15 and number 3 crystals I'm adding on the sides. They're bicones, but you could use 3mm pearls, for example, if you had some of those. So I've done, now need to pass through these 3 and also the corner number 8. It's the number 8 that's, if you look at it from the top edge, it looks as though it's sat in the corner. So we pick up 15, a 3mm and a 15, pass through the adjacent number 8, and then we repeat on the opposite side. And then pass through these 3 beads and the corner number 8 again. So it's a simple repeat. So we're just adding in the last of the crystals. That's your finished unit, or beaded bead, I suppose you could call it that. And then I'm just going to work through some beads and tie a couple of half-hitch knots to secure the end of my thread. And obviously you'll need to make two. So you thread on a number 8 and a number 4mm, and then you pass the head pin through the center of the craw units, add on another 4mm, I like using the bicones because they sit nicely in the craw unit, and I also add a number 11 at the top to act as a buffer bead with the crystal. I've broken quite a few crystals by having the pliers too tight, and I've chipped them all. So you want to trim, I like to trim at about 10 to 12mm to get a nice size loop. Then obviously you need to trim your other one to match. So it's simply a question of making a loop at the end. Now you can either open the loop on the shepherd hook, or you can open the loop on the head pin. Doesn't matter. And there we are, finished. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you again soon.